Hello everybody and welcome to another video on the Pole Position YouTube channel. In this video we are going to be discussing who we think is now going to win the World Championship between Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton. We've had the Saudi Arabia Grand Prix and what a race it was. We're now seeing both Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen going into the final race both level on points. Absolutely unbelievable, couldn't make this up, and what a showdown we now have in Abu Dhabi. So without further ado, let's get into it. So yeah, the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix brought up loads of events. Everything was going on. We had two red flags, we had a safety car, we had virtual safety cars galore, we had incidents between Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton. Max Verstappen got a penalty in the race. He also then got a 10-second penalty when they went to the stewards later on, but still managed to finish second. Lewis Hamilton then won the race. We had discussions between Toto Wolff and Christian Horner. We saw how animated Toto Wolff was during the race as well, when it looked like Max Verstappen had slowed down and Lewis Hamilton ran into the back of Max Verstappen during that test. But yeah, I mean, as fans, it was unbelievable. We weren't really sure what we were going to get at Saudi Arabia because there wasn't really looking like many overtaking manoeuvres would take place. And maybe we didn't see that, but because of the short sides of the track, we did see a lot of incidents which caused safety cars, red flags, and maybe that isn't a good thing. It may be something that needs to be looked at for safety reasons for the next race in Saudi Arabia in March, because it's the second race on the calendar for next year. So that might be something that needs to be looked at overall, and I think the FIA are going to do that. But I think what it did do is it brought up loads of things happening during the race. And ultimately, like I said, it's now come to the point where Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton are level on points as we get into the final race in Abu Dhabi. And normally Abu Dhabi doesn't really... it's not very an interesting race. The track's it is okay, but again, it's not the most entertaining of races. This, however, might bring some fireworks into the race overall. We've also got the fact that Mercedes are now ahead of Red Bull in the Constructors' Championship as well, because Sergio Perez retired from the race and Valtteri Bottas managed to get third place in the race as well. So it's looking good in terms of the Constructors for Mercedes. And I think Lewis Hamilton is going to be going into this race a little bit more confident than Max Verstappen. I think Max Verstappen's taking a slight hit from what's happened during the race in Jeddah, and obviously the stewards' take on it as well. I still think he'll try and change that mindset going into the weekend. Obviously he's level on points with Hamilton. He still has a chance of winning this World Championship, but I definitely think in the last few months or so it's been Lewis Hamilton that's had the momentum, that's been able to claw these points back and at some points during the season we didn't think that would happen. So I think full credit goes to Mercedes and Lewis Hamilton to be able to bring this back into play. And if we're going on who we think will win the championship from here, I think Lewis Hamilton. I just think the experience that Lewis Hamilton now has, obviously winning 7 world titles before now, I just feel like he'll be in better contention to win this race from here. The circuit used to favour Red Bull over the last couple of years, and Max Verstappen dominated it last year. However, they have made some changes to the circuit. I think that'll be shown a bit more detail as the drivers start to get out onto the circuit. So whether that's maybe impacted Red Bull, we're obviously not too sure yet. But I just think overall, as sort of like driver confidence, I think Lewis Hamilton will be going into this race weekend a little bit better than Max Verstappen. Like I said, don't get me wrong, I still feel like Max will come into it and he'll just be exactly as he is and throw everything at it. There's obviously still this worry that if Max takes both of them out, then he is going to be the world champion because he's won more races than Lewis Hamilton this year. I don't think Max would want to win it that way. But obviously, who knows? I think some of the moves that were being made during the race in Saudi Arabia, you can never maybe count that out. But I think obviously he'll want to beat Lewis Hamilton fairly, and that's winning the race in Abu Dhabi and not taking each other out. So definitely something to look out for in the Grand Prix. But I think personally for me, who I think will win this championship from here, I think Lewis Hamilton. I just think Mercedes are got the momentum. So is Lewis Lewis Hamilton. I just think that he's in the best position to take this championship now. And like I said, it doesn't matter if the other driver finishes second. Whoever wins the race, or whoever finishes higher in this race in Abu Dhabi is going to win the World Championship. So yeah, that's my thoughts. I'm obviously going for Lewis Hamilton. Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Who do you think is going to win the world title from here? Is it going to be Lewis Hamilton, or is it going to be Max Verstappen? Please subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. It really does mean a lot. And of course, check out our race watch-alongs on the Let's Talk Sport YouTube channel as well. Thank you very much for watching the video, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care. See you soon.